Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Agave Talk, your number one source for everything agave. We appreciate you being here with us today. Today, I am bringing you a new brand, Rompe Corazon. Yes, the heartbreaker Mezcal. This is an artesanal Joven, of course, 100% Espadin. And this right here is, I got a story behind it. I definitely do. You can tell I like to open my bottles. This bottle's been open. It's been drunk. There's a reason for that, all right? So I got to share. I have to share. Rompe Corazon, not only do I have the Joven, I actually have right here the Reposado as well. And you can tell this has been drunk. So I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there for sure. Not only do I have these two bottles, you know what? Let me push those to the back. I got something super, super, super interesting and very exclusive. This is Revés Whiskey. This is actually a Mexican whiskey finished in mezcal barrels. So yes, this is physically being produced and made in Mexico. So if you are a whiskey fan and you've wanted to try something new, this right here, it is Mexican through and through. Physically distilled, bottled, created, everything in Mexico, and then even aged in mezcal barrels. Super excited to open this up. You're going to have to stay tuned for this one. I'm going to push this to the side, coming out in a few weeks. Stay tuned, stay tuned. And then also I have a beer. What does any of this have to do? What does mezcal have to do with whiskey? What does it have to do with beer, right? Charro beer, like... This is a Mexican beer, yes. Physically bottled, brewed, everything in Mexico. Everything I'm bringing you today in this original first video, everything Mexican. Additionally, they're all made by the same company, right? So super cool. I actually got to sit with one of the owners, Yair. Shout out, such an amazing guy. We were able to hang out and just drink and talk. I mean, we went out and stuffed our faces. It was such a great night for sure. And it was amazing to host you. I truly, truly appreciate you. And we drank. That's why these bottles look like this. We had a bunch of other stuff. But I'm really excited. I'm not sure if I'm physically going to make a video of the charro, right? I mean, I've reviewed some interesting things, but for some reason, they all connect somehow, some way, like the tequila, mezcal, agave spirits. But I might just do a video of this. Stay tuned for that. I'm definitely doing a review of this for sure, because it is absolutely, it's finished in mezcal barrels. So I'm definitely going to do a review for that. Shout out to my whiskey lovers. This one's for you. But the stars of the show, and especially today, it is a Rompe Corazon, right? And that mezcal reposado. But the Joven today is what I'm really focusing on. So super cool brand. Like I said, I was able to sit with one of the owners. Go to the website, check them out, rompecorazon.com. They got a really cool story. This mezcal is actually coming out of a very old distillery, a distillery with 100 years plus of experience in making mezcal. It's actually then coming from an area in Oaxaca called Tlacolula, right? Tlacolula, Oaxaca is where this is coming from. And, you know, it was just made by three friends. They were like, hey, man, we're drinking mezcal. We're not happy with what we're drinking. We can make an amazing mezcal. What can we do? Let's figure it out. And this is what they came up with. Shout out to them. You know, it's just amazing. I have my group of friends, and especially my agave geek friends, right? Shout out to my agave group. Absolutely love you guys. And agave stories, that's what we named it. We always just talk about agave and stories of life, right? Because when we start drinking agave, that's when the life stories happen. And I can't tell you how many times we just sit and say, like, we should make our own brand. So, you know, shout out to the people who are actually doing it from the ground up. So this is super cool. Rompe Corazon, the heartbreaker. We got, you know, our horse with the cowboy looking, like king looking thing. I don't know. To me, it kind of looks like a chess piece, right? I don't know what it is, but the artwork on this is amazing. Even bringing back the charro beer. I don't know if you guys can see this. Look at the label on this. To have this right here just for the artwork, like I want a mural. I want this physically blown up and hung on my wall, like framed. That is amazing. When he brought this, I was like, I love it. I fell in love for sure. But back to this. This is a mezcal artesanal, 100% Espadin. Looking at the back, it's just your regulatory stuff. Nothing really fancy going on. The Maestro Mezcalero, Carlos Leon. And other than that, I mean, not too much going on, and some of this is actually gone. They are using traditional artisanal methods. They are actually crushing this with a Tahona. The agaves they're using are 8 to 10-year-old mature agaves. As the agave starts getting older in age, it starts maturing, it starts getting sweeter and sweeter and sweeter. Think of like a ripe banana or even a ripe mango, right? It starts getting like really deep purple even. Super sweet. And that's what you want, really mature agaves. They're crushing it with a Tahona, right? And then they're distilling in copper pots. So with that being said, I am going to open this up. Go check out their website, rompecorazon.com. And with that being said, let your bottles pop. Oh, yeah. So I did. You guys know I love to sit and actually open the bottles on camera, but I did sit and drink this with the owner. I mean, I had to open it right then and there and drink it with him, and that was actually super cool. Well, I appreciate you being here. If you have not done so already, hit that like and subscribe, as well as follow us on Instagram at Agave Talk, all right? So to sit there and have that drink and just hear the story of this, and honestly, again, just kind of talk life, agave stories, right? Just really sit and talk life. Such a cherishable event, right? Like just so humbling to sit and have a spirit bring us together. That's why I drink and that's why I eat. I eat a lot of food and I drink a lot of alcohol, not because I'm a glutton or an alcoholic. It's because it's those two things that really often, don't matter where you're from, what language you speak, food and alcohol bring people together. It really does. And it was so cool to just sit there with Yair and actually just talk and get to know each other. And it's like after, it's just like we knew each other forever. So super cool. But I remember this. It's, you know what? Let's get there. This is definitely a clear spirit. No aging on this whatsoever. Our Legs and Tears. It's kind of sticky, but not too much. Does kind of roll away, right? But I mean, I'm telling you, I can smell it from behind the camera. And the aroma on this is just, this. If you're coming from the world of tequila, right? Like, when a really good Blanco, it smells like agave, right? Agave has a smell, it has a taste, Blue Weber. And you can tell, whoa, agave bombs. That's what I say here on this channel. And you know what that smells and tastes like if you've ever actually bitten into a piece of cooked agave. Mezcal's the same. And every single type of maguey that's used for mezcal production has its own smell and own taste. Espadin does as well. So if you bite into a piece of Espadin, it's going to have the taste and the aroma, and that's what you're getting from this bottle. This bottle truly smells like Espadin. There's definitely a hint, a splash of smoke, but that's then where people who, the easiest way to explain, especially to people who don't drink mezcal, maybe only dabble in a little bit of tequila. When you go to a bar, especially that's not, really versed in teaching about agave spirits and especially mezcal, they just describe it, oh, mezcal's a smoky tequila. Nah, no. Please, no. It's not a smoky tequila, all right? But I could see why that's an easy thing to understand. It kind of tastes like tequila, but it's kind of smoky. But when you get a really good mezcal, oftentimes that smoke, it's a compliment. You get a mezcal, it's super smoky, heavy forward, like the smoke is actually just like masking the actual maguey. Nah. I like smoky mezcals, but I like the mezcal to actually be complemented by the smoke. And that's what you're getting with Rompe Corazon. And it's just even like, there's fresh fruit in there. Like cherries, black cherry, lychee, if you ever eaten a lychee, but like really like black cherries, dark cherries, fruit, blueberry even, but It's got that nice hint of smoke. I mean, even the owner was telling me, even like a poblano chili, right? Even like some chipotle in there. It's got kind of that smoky, peppery. But I mean, for my nose, there's no like black pepper, white pepper. Maybe a tiny hint in the back, but overall, it's more of like a chili pepper, like a poblano for sure. Where that's even kind of like chocolatey, right? And you think about Oaxacan cuisine. Oh man, mole chicken, right? Like you're getting some of those aromas in here. And with that being said, hey, let's take a taste. Cheers, appreciate you. And stick around for the reposado. We doing that next week. Stick around for that, all right? But let's take a sip. Cheers, thank you. Oh, oh my God, the blowout on that. I haven't drank anything, and of course, that very first entry of a spirit. That's why we say besitos de mezcal. You take a little kiss, you take a little sip, even with your tequilas. Don't chug, don't take a big gulp. Little besito, a little kiss, right? You want your mouth to get used to the spirit. So it's just that's it. Just a tiny little swish it around a little bit, get your mouth used to it, your tongue used to it. Oftentimes not. It's going to be a little bit peppery up front. This, though, no ethanol. There is no ethanol taste on this. It's definitely a little warm. I'm surprised it is only 40%. Honestly, this does taste like it might be a little bit over 42, 43, 44, right? But, oh my gosh, even as I'm talking, the aftertaste, and it's that smoke, but it's that smoke complement to the Espadin. Just like a tequila, Blue Weber, and Agave bomb, Espadin can be the same. Maguey's, Tobalas, Arroqueños, Cuiches, like they all have a distinct flavor. And if it's a very well-made spirit, that flavor is going to last and last. It's going to linger for sure. Let me take another sip. Oh, after that first besito, after that first little kiss, it's now just full flavor. My mouth is used to it. It is very rich. Very rich. It's really coating your mouth. And you're getting, it's a warmness, but you're getting that mix of the fruits, but a little bitterness, right? So it's not like sweet. This is not a sweet spirit at all, but it smells very aroma-like of fruits, and it does taste kind of fruity, but more of a bitter fruit. But in a way, like the fruit is really dark, but it's that Espadin that's really shining through, and those hints of smoke, those layers of really nice, clean smoke, nothing dirty. It just really makes for a clean, velvety kind of texture and a really delicious drink. Overall, Rompe Corazon, I'm very, very, very much a fan of this. Let me take this. Actually, I poured quite a bit of this. Let me take another sip and let me get these other bottles in the shot. Oh, that's delicious. The reposado, stay tuned for that. What's in this bottle is this bottle. It's just aged. All right, I'm going to break that down next week. Stay tuned for that. Stay then tuned for the revés, right? Whiskey, Mexican whiskey, physically made in Mexico and then aged in mezcal barrels. Super cool. And I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to do this, when, where. Maybe I'm going to just drink it off camera. Who knows? Stay tuned for that as well. Charro, go check them out. But overall, really, 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 I truly appreciate you being here. If you have not done so already, hit that like and subscribe, as well as follow us on Instagram at Agave Talk, all right? Appreciate you being here. Take care, everybody.